Well, I'm in the back of Scott Zeron's truck here, heading back to his place. It's been a decent day. It was a decent day at the Meadowlands. I think we got all we were going to get. I thought Maury was a little flat. I was talking to Jason after. I think there's lots we can do to work on him, have him good for next week, and then I was forced to go up and endure the post position draw, which quickly deflated a lot of the hopes we had. You know, it's always nice to say, hey, if this goes right, if this goes right, if this goes right, everything can work out. But it's going to be tough sledding from post 10. There's going to have to be a lot of hope and luck that goes into next week's Meadowlands race in the Breeders' Crown Final. Megan, you have continuous barking here. I don't know. How does it know?
Because it just hears it.
Oh, it hears it? Megan has some of her dogs are at home, and they continually bark. I guess I'm going to start the day with really, so far from what I can see, the only horse that raced great today, which was Marching Forth. Raced very, very good, got away third, fifth, something like that. Ended up second over. Sean Johnson drove the horse fantastic. Very happy with the way the horse raced and very happy with the way he drove him. Memento Mori, listen, it's a Breeders' Crown elimination. 4 and you're in. Don't screw up. Hopefully, obviously, I thought there'd be a little more power today, but again, he hasn't raced in 10 or 11 days. I think maybe 12 days. What's that?
Deep track.
It was deep, but and I say this all the time. Everybody had to race in it, so yes, it was a deep track.
He hasn't had to race on something like that in a while.
That's true. Scotty's saying he hasn't had to race in track, and Megan's right. Jason had said to me after, and it was a very interesting thing. He's never had to ship in his life to race. He raced at Oak Grove, out of Oak Grove. He raced at Lexington, out of Lexington. He's never got in a truck and gone anywhere to race in his life. So a lot going on today, and this is all hopeful stuff that you can use to formulate a plan for next week. That is until you draw 10. There's really no plan for next week. You're going to hope that a lot of people make breaks, make mistakes. You get some sort of a decent trip that's handed to you, and other people don't. And that's really what you have to do. And I'm angry about it, but it's racing and there's nothing you can do about it. He drew 10, and that is that. Onward and upward. Tomorrow we have Time Is On My Side. Tactical Mounts drew 7, which I don't think is a horrible spot. I guess it's one more to the right than you'd want, maybe 2. But I thought she drew pretty good. She didn't draw 10, I can tell you that. So, Marching Forth raced great. Memento Mori raced pretty good. Got in the final. As I said to somebody after, he didn't gain on the 3 in front of him in the lane, but he didn't let anybody get an inch closer to him from the whole way down the lane to the wire. I thought the horse raced pretty good. And then the shit show happened. Rock Shining Star got away last again today. Second over. Should have been able to follow cover and really didn't. I don't really know what went on. I guess I didn't know what went on until I got a call from Tim saying wanted to fight for blood, no mucus, not on Lasix, so he is now. Approaching a situation where he can go back to Dayton because, I understand that the horse doesn't leave fast, but you can't get away 7th in that race anyway. He's not a horse that you're going to come first or second over with. He raced great from last week when you would buy some dead horses down the lane, but you have to have him in a position to do well. Stay close. That's my fault. I told the kid, listen, just let him sail. Let him sail out of there. Now here's the problem. When you're 8, 9, 10, 12 to 1 from post 8, there's only 2 spots you can be if you leave. On the front or parked. There's no holes. You can't leave out of the 8 hole. Now Dave Pallone can. One of the leading drivers can. You can look left and somebody might shoot you a hole. But Justin Walters, nothing wrong with him. I might be in the same position. You got to go out of there with the coal in the fire. You got to go out of there hard, looking for the lead. Because if you don't, you're not going to get there. And you're going to end up, Megan, this multicolored dog popped up on the screen. You're going to go out of there and you're going to get exactly what happened, which is parked. I don't blame him. I'm sorry. I've been there a million times before, and I'll be there a million times after. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out. He went out of there and ended up parked the whole way. So Stay Close got roughed up. Rock Shining Star did not get roughed up. It didn't really race that good. Spitfire Overseas, same type of thing. Got stuck in a second over spot. By stuck, I mean in a perfect spot. And just didn't fire down the lane. Ended up kind of a flat 6th, I think. He's just going to have to build from that. There's not much you can say. He looks sound to me. Look like he was trotting good. He's 15 lengths from being the horse he was, and hopefully he will get there soon. Pickpocket again, first over. I liked the move when Kane did it, but I knew deep down what was going to happen. First over with a favorite on the front. Never good look for him. He's never been the type to really dig down deep and fight. He's more of a leave, sit, pounce type horse, or leave, sit, pounce horse. Leave, come first over, and not one of his favorite things to do, and it just didn't work out. No, didn't work out at all. Brace for Landing, no excuses there. He actually drove him good, landed down third, removed him in the front. Exact same drive that I gave him when he won opening up in 54-2. Tonight was not 54-2. Something went on with him tonight. Jason Merriman was going to get him scoped and then report back. I haven't got a report back from him yet, but if nothing was found in the scope, there'll be something found in the blood. He just was not. He wasn't as good as he was last week, and he was short last week. I know his liver has been prone to jump in the past, and I can't say that that's what happened tonight, but he certainly raced poorly. And then Chime Bell, again, get away 8th, third over, end up 6th. There's not much you can do. You're going to have to give a lot of these kids a wide berth also, because they're going in with a lot of pressure. They want the horses to do good. They think they'll do good. They're trying to give them a fair trip and end up with not getting what they wanted, right? And there's not much you can do. From post 7 with those hot fractions in front of Chime Bell, she was always going to be flat. There's nothing you can do about that. It just is the way the race worked out. Now, although JK Victory is coming up, there's still quite a bit of barking going on at your house, Megan. JK Victory doesn't come up for almost 45 minutes, but he's been relatively flat of late. I'm hoping he'll race good tonight in the non-winners of 7,500. If he doesn't, that may be the swan song for JK Victory in Indiana, for sure. And then Chevron's Bypass, what's our odds here? 4-1. We got the 3-hole. Hopefully Tyler lets her sail. I didn't get a lot of chance to talk to Tyler, but I know that Jason had talked to him earlier in the week. Need to be moving forward off the car with this filly. No retreating with her under any circumstances. So we have 2 left. We've had a rather flat day. A great start to the day with marching 4th. I was happy with Memento Mori, but I think he could be better. But we switched from this is how I think we can be better to, oh my God, how are we going to be competitive in this race? So with the 10-hole, we're up against it next week. But as I said, we're just going to have to take what's handed to us. This guy driving the truck, he actually won the Hamiltonian for post 10. But then again, he's not driving him because he's Judas.
Judas James is way better.
Judas James and Judas Scotty. A couple of Judases. Overall, the day, even worse than yesterday. Yesterday, I thought they were flat. I told you guys the word of the day was flat. Today, Rock Shining Star should have been better. Stay Close, got parked. Spitfire Overseas probably should have been a little bit better. Pickpocket, first over, not his cup of tea. Brace for Landing just raced bad. Flat out raced bad. Chime Bell, again, got away 8th. Tough spot to come from. But she had the 7-hole. Not much you can do about that. And then we get 2 horses left, JK Victory and Chevron's Bypass. Both these horses come with loads of hope. We're going to need hope and luck. They're not long shots. JK Victory is 4-1. Chevron's Bypass is 3-1. Hopefully they finish the night the way that we started our day and much better than the middle of it went. So that is what took place today. We are in the Breeders' Crown Final. We have 2 in now. Megan has Tactical Mounds in. We have Memento Mori in. My job tomorrow will be to digest all this food and get Time Is on My Side in the final. So that is what went on tonight. That's what's going on tomorrow. We got a big day tomorrow. Lots of rest. Megan has asked me to go in and train some horses. We'll see how that turns out. I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.